Which makes it a one-sided affair, I feel, you know? Yeah, I mean, maybe you're the quiet type. I hope we have magic tonight. I hope we create something wonderful. I mean, for many of us, it's our first time together, and that means it might be awkward. I understand this. And if that's the case, I want you to know that I'll look into your eyes, I'll see that I'm freaking you out, and I'll stop. I'll stop, and I'll flip you back over, and we'll go back to the simple stuff. Okay? I've been in America for a few months now, and I'm really just thrown by the place. It's not what I expected at all. Different from the brochures and the pamphlets. There's many assumptions I had about America before I came here, and I've come to learn that those were wrong. For one, I just assumed people spoke English here. It's far from it. It's not, you know what, it's not so much the language, so much as the pronunciation of words that throws me off. It's just what Americans have done with the language. You guys have just, wow, you've done something. You've put 22s on the English language. You've got rims that just pimp my language. That's what you've gone with, you know? I don't understand. I was chatting to this woman downtown the other day. She came up to me and she wanted me to see something. I don't know what, though. She was like, oh my God, look over there. I said, look over what? She's like, over there. Look at that her. And I said, her? She's like, no, her. Look, there's two of them? I understand nothing, even the small words, just the pronunciation, you know, small things that get you by. For instance, I pronounce the opposites of uncle as aunt. I say my aunt. Out here, you say my ant, which to me is an insect, which made me look like an ass when my friend told me his aunt died. And I was like, so what? There's tons of those out there. What a great way to end a friendship. I couldn't get help the other day when searching for a battery for my remote control, because that's what I say, battery, a small form of power. Yes, in America, you say battery, which to me is a different form of power. Sponsored by Chris Brown. And you know what, I understand. We live on different sides of the globe, so it's fine. The language will evolve. This is something I've come to understand. But I hope I change one thing in your hearts forever. Just one thing. And that is that animal in the wild that looks like a horse. It has black and white stripes. Yeah, do me a favor. From now on, please, it's not zebra, okay? It's zebra. Yeah? Just like it's not Debra, it's Deborah. Same structure of word. Plus, you cannot name them because you do not have them. Zebra. This is madness. Everything out here is different. Do you know how hard it is to learn when you come out here? You have to change everything. There's the measurement system, which is just, I mean, America, you guys have your own thing, the imperial system, you know? On my side of the world, we use the metric system, and by my side, I mean the rest of the world, you know? We have the metric system, which is, amongst other things, very efficient. It's a very simple process. You know, everything goes into each other. And out here you have imperial, which is fine. I mean, I won't judge you. If you want to be imaginary, that's up to you. But I just feel like there's some consistency that's needed. Small things. Like, for instance, when we abbreviate our small measurement, milligrams, we use mg, milligrams. Mg, milligrams. And you guys have ounces, which you then abbreviate OZ. There's no Z in the word, ounces. I don't know. That's pale in comparison to what you've done with pounds. That for me, please explain to me how the abbreviation for pounds became LBS. LB, pounds. I look like the idiot walking into the store going, could I please have the 2 labs bag of sugar? Guy was like, you mean pounds? I said, I don't see the P, no, I don't. He said, well, it means pounds. It's not LBS. A lot of bullshit. That's what it stands for. This is horrible. In fact, it's crazy. You do realize the imperial system is so inefficient that even American drug dealers have switched over to metric. Even drug dealers got to the point where they said, we need some order, we're going with metric. And I honestly thought this was an anomaly. I thought, you know what, this is just one of those things, it's a coincidence, but it's not. Americans do not care about abbreviation nor the English language. They don't give a damn. I learned this in the small things. Like for instance, when I was in Tennessee, I stumbled on an organization known as the Ku Klux Klan. You heard of them? Worst magic show ever. Guy gave me a pamphlet. He was like, come and see the Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard, the Grand Wizard. Didn't do one trick. Not even one trick. I mean, I noticed a few black people disappear, but I mean, that's not magic. No, that's just Reaganomics. I wasn't impressed by that. Like, where's the magic? I sat there forever. These guys running around in their sheets. Yeah, the KKK, as they're affectionately known. Has nobody bothered to tell them ever that you do not spell clan with a K? Nobody stopped. Even in America, Klan is spelt with a C. The Ku Klux Klan, they're the KKC, not the KKK. You realize that? Ku Klux Klan. The C. In fact, the name is wrong, the whole thing, the Ku Klux parts of it. That's just horrible, because they got that, as you know, from ancient Greece. It was Kuklos Alphion, meaning a circle of brothers. And that's how they got their name. They called themselves a Greek circle of brothers, which is wrong for two reasons. One, if your sole purpose as an organization is to hate black people, don't you find it strange that you've now named yourself the Circle of Brothers? And secondly, do they realize that in ancient Greece, circles of brothers were doing very different things with one another? Very loving, very, yeah. If they were really a Greek circle, the sheets would be, yeah, what's wrong with you? You want some coffee? I didn't even know what that meant. All I knew was one day I was going to go to New York City, and I too was going to almost get run over by a car. I had a dream and I set out. And you know what? It's a lot harder than it seems. You know, in the movies, they make it look simple. They make it look like you run out, the car almost hits you, you do that thing, you slam the hood and then move on. But it's not that easy. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. It's all about being precise. You have to get out there at the exact same time that the taxi is there so that it stops so that you can hit the hood, right? If you don't have the guts and you come out too late, the car's gone. It's a waste of everyone's time. You just look like a mad person now. You're just like, I'm walking over here. If you come out at the exact time as the car, then you just get run over. That's just pointless. You know, it's like, hey, he was walking over here. What's wrong with you? The worst though is when you come out too early, because that's just awkward for everyone involved. Because you come out and then the car stops, but you can't reach the hood. It's just like, hey! Come here. No, come closer, please. I want to tell you a secret. Come here. No, I'm from Africa. I have a dream. Please come closer. I just want you. I'm walking over here. I love the city. Are you kidding me? New York. My dream was to come out here. As soon as I got here, I was like, this is it. There is an energy in the city that exists nowhere in the world. New York, New York. I love it, everything about it. You know what fascinates me about New York? Is how much people trust the traffic lights. I have never seen anything like it. You must remember, I come from an African country, and all over Africa we have traffic lights, but we don't use them. Right? It's less of a command and more of a suggestion. It's not stop, it's stop. It's almost like, it's almost like an African traveled the world, saw that other people had traffic lights, and then just brought them back, but didn't know what they were for. Like the guy was just like, guys, we need to get traffic lights, huh? And people were like, what for? It's for the intersection. It adds atmosphere. But no one actually knew what it was about. We don't care about the lights, and we don't trust the lights. But in New York, I've never seen it. People trust that light with their lives. I was walking through the streets one day. I was walking next to this man. I'll never forget this, right? He's standing there on the sidewalk, and the light changes in our favor. And I look to the side, and there's this truck that is barreling down the road. And I'm looking at the truck, and as soon as the light changes, the guy next to me, he just steps out into the road. And so instinctively, I stuck my hand out to protect him. I was like, yo, dude, there's a truck. And he was like, it's okay, we've got the light. I said, yeah, and he has a truck. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, you lose. But he was so confident. He was like, it's okay, we got the light. Come on, let's go. And he walked out there. He didn't just walk out. He stared that truck driver down as he was crossing, just looking at him like, I've got the light. I've got the light. You know I've got the light. You know I've got that light. I was running behind him all apologetic. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I would have stopped. I'm sorry. I've never done this before. I'm so sorry. I walked with that man for 12 blocks. And let me tell you, I have never been imbued with the confidence of another human being the way I was with him. I started that day thinking and pondering before stepping out. And after a few blocks with him, I started believing. And after 8 blocks, it was the only way I knew how to live. I had my phone out. I was tweeting and texting. I didn't play games. I'd be looking down, look up, the light would change, and I was out. I didn't care if a truck or a train was coming towards me. I was out. Because I've come to realize in America, if you've got the white man on your side, you can do whatever you like. You just roll. What an exciting time it's been. I couldn't have chosen a better time to come and live in the United States. Huh? What an exciting time. I'm surprised that with everything that's happened, it hasn't all burned down. I've been coming to the United States on and off, visiting for almost 10 years. And what was great about visiting on and off was I got to experience America in snapshots. You know, I would feel what the people were feeling. I would get an idea of what the populace was going through. And I'll never forget how every time I came to America, one of the biggest things I noticed was how Black Americans were having a tough time. I remember the first time I came out, I was staying on the West Coast, and I met a young African-American man in Compton. And we were hanging out at a comedy club, and this guy, he looked over at me and he's like, hey, yo, Trevor. He's like, you the dude from Africa, man? I said, yeah, I'm one of them, yeah. He's like, yo, man, I can't front, B. It's an honor to meet you, man. It's an honor to meet you, man. Yo, man, I always wanted to meet a dude from Africa. You an OG, man. You an OG. I was like, thank you. He's like, yeah, man, you know how hard it is out here for a black man? Dude, I can't front, man. You can't get no jobs, man. The cops be on your ass all the time, man. Yo, I finna go to Africa myself, man. Yo, I'm gonna go to Africa with you, man. I'm going with you, B. And I was like, yeah, if you buy the ticket, we can roll. I mean, let's go. And I connected with him today. I felt something. Fast forward a few years later. I remember I met a beautiful black woman down south. I was doing shows in Birmingham, Alabama. And this woman came up to me after the show, and she connected with me instantly. She was like, Trevor, baby, can I just tell you right now, I ain't never met a stranger I felt so connected to. When you talk about Africa, when you say those things, I'm like, oh man, oh Lord, I wish I could go with you. Tell me all about the motherland, baby. I want to go to a place I can call my own. I want to go to a place where people don't look at me like I don't belong. Tell me all about Africa, baby. Tell me all about it. And I could feel what she was saying. And I knew that people weren't having a good time. And then you fast forward to 2016. And I'll never forget that moment when Donald Trump